Hello everyone and welcome back. Check it out, we're watching Venom. That's right, a good old review on this movie. As always, it's good to review a Marvel movie, and let's face it, this is one of those ones that definitely goes out of its way for some violence. I was thinking about Blade, but I figured I'd save that for another year. Plus, with Let There Be Carnage out, this was just too perfect of an opportunity to pass up. In this movie, we get introduced to Eddie Brock and his girlfriend, soon to be hopefully wife, as they prepare for things. The Life Foundation is having a court case and some issues, and it's just had a ship basically crash land to Earth with a bunch of symbiotes. Tom's character, Eddie Brock, is of course a reporter who is desperate to find out truths. Unfortunately, this does get him into hot water later on in the film, and as you can imagine, he loses everything. He loses the girl, he loses his job. He's lucky to even still have an apartment, to be fair. And of course, with everything that happens to poor old Eddie here, he gets the symbiote, uncovers what's really going on, and of course, everything goes to hell in a handbasket. And let's be fair, with what's about to happen, it's pretty clear that this guy's had a better, he's had a better time than most would think. Of course, eventually, Eddie starts to figure out that he's got Venom inside his body, and as you can tell, it's one hell of a culture shock. I think the film really does start to build on this as we start to see just how serious it's become for all of them. You have Eddie here having to adjust to this, his life never going to be the same, and having this incredible creature of Venom inside his body, is just quite a thing. And that's what always made Venom cool. He wasn't quite a hero, but he also wasn't a total villain either. He was that chaotic, righteous, yet still very chaotic energy. And he could still be, someone that you could depend upon, but, he might also try to eat your face off too. And I think that's what made him so much of a loved character. And unlike the Joker, there's still some good in him, as strange as that sounds. I think for the movie, this really does give us a better feel. I mean, we see it so well. What I think this movie also did very well was to give Venom his own personality. Not just when they're combined like it was most of the comic books. When it's in the comic books, you have Eddie having his own personality when he's, either separated or he's just being Eddie. But when he's really channeling the symbiote, he takes on a whole different personality and concept. And it makes for an interesting storyline. Yet here we have a unique dichotomy. We have Eddie on one hand, we have Venom on the other, and then we have them both together and also separate at times working together. And we see them actually a couple of times become this perfectly synced life form. And I think this actually does give this film a better feel too, because if you think about it, it's not something you see every day. Who would expect Venom to be that way? And what I loved is that Venom has this great personality, and they keep everything that is Venom, Venom. This is what I wish we had had in Spider-Man 3. While some of what they did was kind of cool, it just never worked the way, in my opinion, it was supposed to, which is probably the biggest disappointment for that film. I also love that the film keeps elements from the Venom comics. It's taking place in San Francisco. We don't normally see that. And we have both symbiote villains and we also have human villains. And I gotta say, this guy is actually a pretty good actor, but he is a total dick. His character is a total dick and asshole in this movie. And even when he gets a certain someone, I won't say who, he becomes an even bigger one. He's always so self-righteous and everything, but I feel like it actually gives this film such a, almost I would say, better feeling to have such a person you can root against. Oh, thank God I can root against this asshole. Still, you gotta give Venom his credit. He's definitely giving this guy some headaches. And of course, you have Venom making himself fully known, and I love it.
Eyes, lungs, pancreas. So many snacks, so little time.
Gotta love the tongue. Got to love the tongue. Unless it's on you. I'm pretty pretty sure we can all guess what's about to happen, but I'm pretty sure I can't show it without YouTube taking this video down, so you're just going to have to use your imagination on what's going to happen. Just saying. This sequence right here really does tell us just how good this is. We can actually see Venom and Eddie having conversations. We can see them doing things, and it actually works very well. Not just a voice in Eddie's head, but we actually can see Venom talking with Eddie, and it's so incredible. Plus, just the work on the CG for Venom is fantastic. I know some people say it's not the most realistic, but I don't care. It's fun. It's incredible. It delivers perfectly what we've been wanting with these kind of characters. And it's also terrifying. Perfect film for Halloween if you think about it. And yet, this is only just one movie. And I can't wait to see what else they're going to do, both with, this Venom particular universe and also the mainline Marvel universe. We know there's going to be a meeting of Spider-Man and Venom. It's going to happen. It's fate. And of course, we've got the other villain who's currently hitchhiking a little girl's body. Boy, those eyes do not look normal. I'm just saying it. This, of course, is where we get to our main villain and is ultimately going to set up, the battle of the film. We have Venom changing as he spends time with Eddie. And then we have, of course, everything that's going on with the Life Foundation. The film has these moments where it builds and builds and builds, and so much stuff happens. And I can't wait for the sequel to be available for me to actually watch or own. And to be fair, it's freaking awesome. The movie here does a lot, and it just blows me away. There's these great moments, and there's also another Venom. I won't spoil how that exactly comes about, but let's just say that it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Here's your evidence. Jump. Pussy.
Needless to say, Venom has a particular personality, and I agree with him. If you've got a symbiote who can pretty much heal you from just about anything, and you can just run down the building, why would you take the elevator? Seriously. Just with Venom on this one. And looking at all those dudes in SWAT gear, I'm just going to say this out loud. I don't think that's enough dudes. I really don't think that's enough dudes. Not especially for this particular kind of event. I mean, just gonna put it out there.
On the ground now!
Guys, you do not want to do this, trust me.
Mask! Copy!
All right, have it your own way.
Mask! Copy!
And of course, you have Eddie here basically telling Venom not to eat people. At this point, we start to move into the final phases of the movie, where you have, of course, Eddie's former girlfriend, and I think it was ex-wife or something, or girlfriend in this one, her boyfriend trying to help him. You have all this stuff coming together. You have this and that. Basically, we have it going, serious, full on. I could definitely keep going with the review and tell you everything that happens, but that would spoil the movie. Let's just say that that's probably not a good idea, and we don't want to spoil the movie. I mean, do you want the movie spoiled? I know I don't. Basically, you get a good hint here. It works. It's very good. I'm not going to claim it's the most perfect of movies, but hey, you know what? It works. Like and subscribe, guys, and check out the movie for yourself to get everything. I only cover so much just to whet your appetite, and enjoy. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you later. Because we are Venom.